the main idea, I'm gonna show you how solve these kind of problems. Graph piecewise defining function. We have this problem. Graph this function fx 1 4 x minus 5 if x is minus less negative 4, and x plus 3 if x is greater or equals than negative 4. Okay, something before first of all, we have to remember some background about this kind of problem. Remember, a piecewise defined function is written using two or more expressions. Each expression defines the function on a different way, okay, in different piece of the function domain. I mean, different domains, okay. So another point that I want to remember you is an open circle. Open circle means a point at the graph or piecewise function indicates the point is not included in the graph. Open circle, I mean like this. Remember a long time ago when you study algebra, when you graph this kind of function or inequalities, and at that time this is open circle, right? It's not included the thing right there. In another hand, we have to remember, you have to remember closed circle. For example, the closed circle indicates the point is included in the graph. I mean the closed circle like this. When you remember when you study inequalities, so fill it out the circle. Okay, this kind of thing I am remembered to you. So in this problem, I want to start. So I want to start one piecewise defined expression by, for example, the expression 1 4x minus 5, right? 1 4x minus 1 4x minus 5, right? So on the interval, in intervals x minus, I mean, I don't know what to write. Interval is x minus negative 4. This piecewise is part of the line, so I mean the line. So the line equals 1 4x minus 5, right? This on the interval is x minus minus I mean it's less than negative 4. So this means that this piecewise is gonna move to the left. I mean x equals negative x. In this case, it's gonna be x equals negative 4, right? So this is the clue to solve our problem. Now, to find the right endpoint on this piece of graph, we have to plug x equals negative 4 in the graph. I mean in the equation right here. So we're gonna have here equals 1 4, right? How much is x? So just plug it in right here, plug negative 4 right here, minus 5, right? So then the solution here is 1 times 4 is 4, negative 4, and over 4 is negative 1, right? It's going to be negative 1 minus 5, right? So if you add these numbers, you're going to have negative 6. So this is the point, right? The solution right here is at this point, right? So the right endpoint is, ¿verdad? So the right end point. So the right end point is what? How much? You have the number here, and then you have the other one right here. So this is y right here. So this is x. So it's going to be minus 4, negative 6, right? This is the end point. So we have to write the point right here. Negative 4, so negative 4 1, 2, 3, 4, and next, and then negative is right here in a negative 6, so like this. And then, like I told you before, to start the point, this point is going to be open. Right there. So the point is open. Now we have plot the endpoint right here. This is right here, and drag. We have to grab. We have to find the other point. So then now we have to use. You use the slope. This equation. You use the slope. It's easy to find the other point. So how use the slope? The slope, for example, how much is the slope? The slope here is 1/4, right? The slope is equals 1/4, right? We have this information. So this point is same thing. You write it -1 -4. Okay. So we are going to start it to find the slope and this to the graph, to this line, to this line, or to this graph. We have to move right here. Started from -4 and -6. So right. So move it 1 point left right here. So 1 left. 1 to left right here, and then move how much to the left? 4. So move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be right here. So we have to move it down 1. See, -1, and then to the left 4. So you find the other point. This point. And then make the graph. So drag the graph. So you drag the graph right here. It's going to be like this. The graph, and this this way. All right. So you have the point here. Is right here is close the point, because is the other point is the end point, right? The line is going to be through these points. That's why it's closer. So here is not included. The first one is graded. It's less than, not graded. Less than, not graded. Okay. Let's go to another graph. Right? One graph is ready. Let's go to make the other graph. It's the same process. For example, the other part of the defining point. So it's x plus 3. Right? On the interval is x graded or equals to -4, right? This point, or this piecewise is part of the line. What is the line here? Told you the line x y equals x plus 3. The line, right? To the right. So he's gonna move to the right. The first one move to the left. This is x is graded or equals to -4. Move it to the right. See, it's gonna move to the right in the graph. On the graph is now. So we are gonna have here how write this point. So write x right here equals -4. Right? Equals -4. To evaluate it, we have to evaluate the problem, the graph. So if you evaluated the graph, then you are gonna find the left end point. You are gonna find the left. So the end point of this piece of graph. So then you have this equation, like this equation, and then we have to plug -4 in the equation right here. So if you do that, you're gonna have y equals how much is x? -4 in this case, plus 3. Very easy. Just look difficult, but it's not difficult. Just plug it right there. Plug the -4, and then you solve it. How much is this? It's very easy. -1, right? that's the answer, or this is the solution of the question. Very important to find what is the looking for, right? So the left end point then, left end point, let me write the left end point. How much is it? Left hand point is, it is -4, right here, -4, and then -1, right? See? So grab the point. So this point is included. This, the circle is closed. So, right? -4, right here. -4 and -1. -1 right here. So right here is -4. So the point is like it's closed. Remember the other graph was open. Why? Because it's less than, not equals. That point is not included in the graph. This is included in the graph, of course, included in the graph. So you must write right here. So let me write the other point. This one, this point right here was how much was here? It's a -4. It's -4, come -6. So, all right, and this point was a -8 and -7. So the point that we find it, right? We find in those points. So this point right here is a -4 and -1 in the graph, into the graph, right? This little point. Use the color. I'm gonna use the same color. So close circle. Yeah. The circle is closed right there. So now we are here. Now what else? So since you have how much is the slope? Use the slope. Use the slope. We're gonna use the slope. The slope. How much is the slope here? Is 1/1. So 1/1, right? It's right here, 1. So that's the same thing. It's a 1/1 to looking for the information but you need it in this problem. So when you have this, start at the point, this point, we have to start in this point and then move it up 1 and right 1 to find another point, right? So we are going to move up 1 right here, the slope 1 right here, and move it up and move it to the right 1. Okay, so move it up 1 point right here and then y to the right another point. So you have the other point, second point right here. The second point. So the second point is this point is resulting in -3, and how much is this point? -3. No, negative is the product point is negative. Yeah, it's 1 from here. Oh no. Did a mistake. You have to move 1 up. The point is right here, from here. From here is 1 right here and 1 right here. Is right here in 3. The point. So you move it from -4 through to -4 point. Move it up 1 and then up 1 and then right 1. Move to the up 1 point and then to the right another point. It's going to be in 3,0. This is another point. This is another point. So this one is 3 and come 0. This is another point. Then you make the graph. You're gonna have the graph is running like I don't have a square right here, a rule, but you write the graph. It's gonna pass through 3 like this. See? It's 2 points right here, the endpoint, and then the start of the endpoint is -4 or come -1, the endpoint, and then the other point, the graph pass through the 3, 0. This graph pass through these sides, right? So this is the function. Then the conclusion, as a conclusion, use the closer circle. Here we have to use the closer circle because x is greater or equals than -4, right? That's why use a closed circle, okay? For that reason. And this one, remember the first graph that we don't have the information here, we use the open circle because the x is less than -4. Use only less than. When you use less than, you must use open circle, so that means there's not included in the graph. When you use the closed circle, that means that it's included in the graph. In this case, it's included in the graph both points. So then the endpoint -4 and -1, -1 is included in the graph, and then the graph is passed through -3 through 0. The graph is passing over there. So that's it. So much so far. That's the solution, or this is the graphic of this function fx. This function, something like that. Very simple. Looks hard, but it's not.